Well, good morning this morning. This is Preacher Tom, and I hope that your morning is going well. I'm going to be telling the story that maybe many of you are familiar with that comes out of the Gospel of John, chapter 8. It's about the woman that was caught in the very act of adultery. And I want to try to give you a little, maybe a little outline to try to help you if you're a preacher, if you're a teacher, if you're a Christian that just likes to kind of be able to put things in an order so that you can lay hold on it and make a good application to your life. Now, the setup for this is the previous chapter. You remember chapter divisions are not part of the original text, but you have Jesus in the last day of what's called the Feast of Booths. And after that is over, he's gone out into the Mount of Olives. He has slept there most likely. And now he's come back the next day, and they're trying to trap him once again. And so they bring a lady that is supposedly caught in the very act of adultery. And so I want us to remember three things. Number one, the setup. If you look at verse number 3, it says, the scribes, the Pharisees, brought unto him a woman taken in the act of adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, or right there where he was at, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. What sayest thou? When I see that little phrase there, in the act, that means there was a guy involved. Where's he at? And so this is all a setup. Now, was it true? Had she really done this? Probably so. But it was a setup, and what they were trying to do was trying to trap him. Second thing, the sand. If you keep reading in verse number 6, it says, they tempted him. He stooped down with his finger, wrote on the ground as though he heard them not. They continued asking him. He lifted himself up. He that's without sin among you, let him cast the first stone. He stoops down again and wrote on the ground. One of the things that you and I need to remember is that we are all sinners. There's none righteous, no, not one. And so nobody's left. Everybody's got sin. And so she is now left with Jesus alone, which brings me to my third thing, the sweetest words. Verse number 10, when Jesus lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee? And she said, No man, Lord. And he said, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. That is something that most people today don't think about. Jesus did not condemn, and they want to stop right there. But there's also a second part to that statement, go and sin no more. When you get saved, you ought to be different. Your life ought to be different. You don't get to live in sin once you meet the Lord. Jack Hudson, who was the longtime pastor of the Northside Baptist Church in Charlotte, North Carolina, used to say that when he got saved, he got such a jerk that he's been out of step with the world ever since. I hope that these 3 points will be a blessing to you. Talk to you the next time.